Dive into the blue where ancient waves carry the story of a true ocean warrior, the green sea turtle, Chelonia Mydas, nature's living relic gliding through time. Behind the story of this majestic green sea turtle lies not just one storyteller but a full team of passionate minds, united under one shell, one mission, and one voice.
Before we dive into the details, this slide shows the overall taxonomic classification of our species, the green sea turtle, Chelonia Mydas. From the broadest level, it belongs to the kingdom Animalia all the way down to its species name Mydas. Each level here, from kingdom, phylum, class, and so on, tell us more specifically where this turtle fits in the tree of life. We'll go through each level in more detail right after this. Alright, let's begin our detailed journey into the taxonomy of Chelonia Mydas, the green sea turtle. Starting from the kingdom down to its class, first the kingdom Animalia. This kingdom, also known as Metazoa, includes all multicellular heterotrophic organisms. They do not make their own food like plants. Instead, they obtain energy by consuming others. Chelonia Mydas fits in here because it's a multicellular animal that moves on its own, lacks a cell wall, and consumes seagrass to survive. Next, we go to phylum Chordata. Organisms in this phylum have at some point in life a notochord, a dorsal nerve cord, pharyngeal slits, and a post-anal tail. For Chelonia Mydas, this is seen through its spinal cord, nerve cord, and vertebral column, all of which are defining features of chordates. Then we move to class Reptilia. Reptiles are cold-blooded vertebrates with scales or scutes. They lay eggs and breathe through lungs. Chelonia Mydas belong here because it's a cold-blooded animal. It lays eggs on land, breathes using lungs, and has a scaly skin texture, ticking all the boxes of reptile. Now, continuing our breakdown, we are at the more specific levels of classification: order, family, genus, and its species. Let's start with the order Testudines. These order includes turtles, tortoises, and theridiids, and they are all united by one iconic trait, a shell formed from their ribs. Chelonia Mydas fits perfectly here because it has both a carapace and a blastron, forming that strong protective shell, and it lives a mostly aquatic, slowly moving lifestyle, just like other members of this order. Next is the family Chelonidae. This family contains all hard-shell sea turtles, except the leatherback. Chelonia Mydas is placed here because it has a hard shell, limbs shaped like flippers, and spends most of its life at sea, only returning to land to nest. Moving to genus Chelonia. This genus includes sea turtle with streamlined, hydrodynamic bodies adapted for swimming long distances in the oceans. Our turtle matches this description exactly. Finally, we reach the species Mydas. This name actually came from the green color of its body fat, which it gets from its herbivorous diet, especially seagrass. So when we combine both the genus and species, we get the binomial name Chelonia Mydas, the unique scientific identity of green sea turtle.
Now, let's move to the next part, which is the habitat. As we all know, sea turtles live in a variety of habitats throughout their life cycle. In the ocean, they are mostly found in the warm, tropical and subtropical waters around the world. When it is time to nest, female sea turtles return to the sandy beaches, often the very same beach where they were born, to lay their eggs. After hatching, young and adult sea turtles spend much of their time in coastal feeding grounds, where they can find plenty of seagrass, beds, and coral reef to feed on. Sea turtles are also known for their long migrations, traveling thousands of kilometers between their feeding areas and nesting beaches. Although they usually stay in the shallow coastal waters, they can dive deep when needed, showing how well they adapt to different parts of the ocean in particular.
So let's take a look at some of the physical features of the green sea turtle. First, the carapace or shell is smooth and oval shaped. It typically olive to brown in color, with beautiful radiating pattern that help camouflage the turtle in water. When it comes to size adult, green sea turtle usually measure between 1 to 1.5 meter in length, which is about the size of an average adult human. And they can be pretty heavy too. Their weight can reach up to 150 to 200 kilograms. That's as much as 2 or 3 people combined. Now moving on to some more interesting features. The green sea turtle gets its name from the color of its body fat, not the shell. This fat is usually a greenish color, which is where the names come from. Not many people know that. Next are the limbs. These turtles have strong paddle-like flippers that are perfectly adapted for swimming long distance through the ocean. They are powerful swimmers and can glide gracefully underwater for hours. All of these characteristics help the green sea turtle survive and thrive in its ocean environment.
Now, it is time for life cycle of sea turtle. Sea turtle reproduce through sexual reproduction and have a fascinating life cycle with several stages. It begins with the egg stage, where the female lays her egg in sandy nests on the beach. Next is the hatching stage. Tiny turtles break out of their shells and make a risky cruise toward the ocean. As juveniles, they live in the open ocean, feeding on plankton and jellyfish to grow and gain strength. When they become adults, they migrate closer to coastal areas, where they switch to a mostly herbivorous diet, feeding on seagrass and algae. Finally, as adults, they reach sexual maturity, which can take anywhere from 20 to 50 years. Then they return to the nesting beaches to mate and lay eggs, continuing their life cycle. This amazing journey shows how sea turtles adapt and survive through different stages of their life.
For our next content, we will discover the importance of green sea turtle. Here are some importance of green sea turtle in our ecosystem. First of all, ecological importance. Green sea turtle maintains healthy seagrass, nutrient cycling, and balanced marine ecosystem. They graze on seagrass and algae, which keep these habitats productive and prevent overgrowth. Their nesting also contributes nutrients to the beach ecosystem, supporting vegetation growth and preventing erosion. Secondly, biodiversity indicator. They reflects the condition of marine environments because they are sensitive to change in their habitat. A decline in their population can signal issues such as population, habitat destruction, or climate change impact in the ocean. Most importantly, cultural and economic significance. They support ecotourism and hold cultural importance. Many coastal communities regard green sea turtle as part of their heritage and traditions, while turtle watching activities attract tourists and generate income for local economies. Furthermore, conservation value. Endangered species that helps protect wider marine ecosystem. Conservation of Chelonia Mydas also protects seagrass beds, coral reef, and other species that rely on the same habitats, contributing to global marine biodiversity conservation.
Now, let me share some interesting facts about the green sea turtle, scientifically known as Chelonia Mydas. First, despite what many people think, green sea turtle are not named after the color of their shell. Instead, the name comes from the green colored fat from inside their body. Another fun fact is that the green sea turtle was actually featured in the animated movie Finding Nemo. The character Crush, the laid-back surfer-dude turtle, was inspired by this species. Green turtles are also incredible travelers. They are capable of migrating across the entire oceans, covering thousands of kilometers between feeding ground and nesting beach. And here's something truly amazing. They can sleep underwater and hold their breath for up to 5 minutes. But sadly, green sea turtles are considered endangered. Their population are threatened by population, plastic ingestion, illegal poaching, and the impact of climate change. So, while they are fascinating and beautiful creatures, they also need our protection and awareness to survive. Last but not least, we have made sure to use reliable and accurate source. So, you can see all our reference lists on this slide. This includes scientific article, marine biology websites, and conversation organization page. We include this slide so that our lecturer and everyone watching can check out information come from. Enjoy and thank you!